Alright guys, we're going to do bouncing ball. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a light one first. Lift this ball up. We'll just have it on the edge here. Like this. You can have it rolling, but we'll just do it like this for now. Okay, quick way I'm going to do this to show you is come here in the graph editor. And let's say at the end we want the ball to end, I don't know. Let's have this a light one, yes? It's going to end around maybe here. Just for example's sake, so we'll just do a 0 in the Y here, so we know it's on the ground. Okay, so now what we want to do, we want to go, let's say every 4 frames, key, 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 key. Okay, every 4 frames, yeah, so we'll bring that to 28. 28. So let's have a look. Okay, now we want to make sure the forward direction is constant, so we're going to delete everything in between, go to linear here, so it's going constantly, right? There is no ease. Ease in, ease out, okay? And then we're going to look at the Y. What we want to do at the start, we obviously want it at the top, around here, yeah? So let's check this out. Let's just put it there. Now, we know the next keyframe is going to be down. So we're going to 0 that. Remember the bouncing ball exercise we did? Up and down. So literally we're just going to get every other frame and just move it up. Move that down. And actually we can, let's delete that end one. So we're going to have 2 bounces, I reckon. So 24, which is fine. 24, right? Just grab everything, delete, bring that back. Want to bring, press shift and middle button, you can bring it back so it's all straight in line like this. Actually, sorry, no, we want it on 24. Or should we have it on 20? How we would delete that, isn't it? Yeah, okay, let's bring it back. Shift, middle click and shift. If you do middle click shift, it brings it back. Normally you want to go in here and do it. You should really do it in here. Wait, let's go back. So that keyframe. So what we'll do, we'll go to 30 here. So we've got 28 there. We'll bring that back to 24. That's how we should do it, really. Even to 20, yeah. Because look, it's all the same timing there. All right. So what we'll do 20 there and 20 here. Now let's check out their timing. Okay, that's pretty quick. So what we'll do, 25, we just grab everything and move it to 25, snap. That's better, yeah, we'll leave it at that. Okay, 25, this is the light ball. Now what we'll do, remember we'll get the Y, we'll make sure this is all 0. And what we'll do, we'll select everything, go to curves, weighted tangents, and then we'll go to break here. Now, this is going to give us control. So we want our ball to have a bit of impact. So again, like in the bouncing ball exercise, we're bringing these curves up to give us that bounce, sharp bounce, and a bit more hang time in the air because it's a lighter ball. The lighter an object, the more hang time, right? We want to move this dip forward to here because that's where the ball is going to fall. So there, we've got a little bounce happening there now, right? Okay. If you're happy with it, fair enough. What we can do, you can carry on, but I'm thinking maybe we could just move it up a bit, maybe a bit more hang time. Like this, a bit more here. Okay. Okay, so you've got a bit of a light ball there. right? And then we can come in here and just move it forward. That's all we want to do, z-axis. We want to just keep moving it forward so it doesn't intersect, which is fine there. Then we get the inner control here. And all we're going to do is just, we'll go forward and then we'll just start rotating straight ahead. Then as the ball hits the ground, rotate. As the ball comes in the air, in the apex, rotate. As it comes down, rotate. As it comes up, apex, rotate, and then down, rotate. So we just want to get an idea of the rotation, see how it feels. And now we can go into our graph editor, get that control and have a look. Now let's see, if we delete these all and make it linear, how will that feel? See, that feels pretty cool. And if you want to control that, all you need to do is select that end keyframe, press shift, middle button, and go up and down. Does that feel too slow? Is that, like, if we do it really extreme, like that's really fast, that. Like, look at that, that doesn't go with the timing, right? So what we can do, we can play around. That's the powerful thing with Maya. And then you can just move it back. That's a bit too quick too. So if we move it back, see, that feels good. Maybe a little bit more, yeah. So if we look at that bouncing ball, you can see that's the light ball, right? And now we want a heavy ball. All we need to do now is exercise on timing, right? So we select the whole ball and then we can move it back to say 20. Or we can keep it, what we'll do, we'll keep this the same. The only thing we'll do is we go to select. Now with the heavy ball, we know from a big drop it's not going to bounce that much. So we reduce the hang time because the heavy ball is not going to be in the air for a long time, right? So it makes sense that the hang time. And then we want to make sure it's not going to bounce as much either. So we want to make sure the bounce is not as high either. So let's try and make the trajectory so that it's not going to bounce too much and the hang time isn't that much. And if we look now the other thing we need to do is the distance is not going to be as much either. So we could close the distance too. Okay. And now we know we can bring these down a lot more too. So if we go in a bit more deep, closer into the graph editor, you can really refine each. Press F to go in closer, and then we can really start bringing these down as well. Okay, so we bring it down more. We can bring it down here. And it's just a matter of going back and having a look. So if we look back now, and also the rotation. So look at the rotation. It's not going to rotate that much either. Then it's just a matter of playing with the timing. But you can see just from, so even here, what we can do is delete just move it forward a bit. Is it intersecting? Move it forward a bit. So it's just touching the ledge. That's what you want, really. And you want this to just be rolling off the ledge. That's moving forward, that's fine. We could even start moving this back. I even think there's too much hang time there, so we could even bring that down. I think that's too high as well. We could bring that. Really try and make it heavy. I would even say it's more like, you can bring it down more. Like that. So if we look now, what I would do is even get this timing more closer. $21, yeah? Yeah. That feels a bit more. Maybe a little bit of hang time, not too much. Maybe that was a bit too acute, the angle, but let's check this. And also what we can do is select everything and think, all right, maybe I could bring this back a frame, this timing. Go to 20. There. So it's just a matter of playing with the timing, and you can see by that it's much heavier because we made the distance shorter, and it's an instant comes down, and then it's a short bounce, and we've squeezed the timing as well, and we've made the hang time less as well. So this is a really quick way of editing an existing bouncing ball to a light one and a heavy one, just a little example. And then you can go into the graph area and just refine it more and more. So these exercises are really important because we've got to think of this bouncing ball as the main character. If a big guy is jumping or a big woman is jumping, you know, how's the hips going to react to it? It's going to react like this. This is going to add more weight to your character. Or is it going to be light, skipping in the air? So that's why the bouncing ball is very critical to understand, very critical to just really grasp that concept, because it will be the thing you'll be thinking about a lot all the time when you're animating. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next lesson, in the next video.